What you guys doing here?
On a Thursday night, I head to Starlight Casino in New West with a few of my buddies to play the evening bounty tournament. I do make it to the final table, but ultimately get busted out by none other than my own buddy Jason. After busting out, I decided to stay for a little bit to play some 2-3 cash, mostly to chill and chat with my buddy Trevor, who was hanging around for a short while. Here are a few hands. This hand, I pick up Queen 6 of clubs at the hijack position. There are 3 limpers before the action is on me. My hand is not great, but with quite a bit of dead money out there, I decide to take a jab. I raise it to $20. Only under the gun and the low jack calls. It's 3-way into a flop of 10-8-5 with 2 hearts and 1 club. Both players check to me. Even though I have position, the flop isn't in my range and it's multi-way, so I just check back. The turn is ace of clubs. Under the gun now bets out $25. The low jack calls. I pick up a flush draw, so I'm definitely not going anywhere. I think there is merit to raising if it were heads up, since the ace is supposed to benefit my range. But multi-way, with a cold caller, I opt to just call for a good price. The river breaks out. Under the gun bets again, this time for $70. Low jack folds. I miss my draw, and at this point can't really rep much strength since I just called the turn, so I fold my queen high. This hand, I pick up king jack at under the gun +1. I open to $10. The low jack calls, the button calls. And then the big blind, 3 bets to $80. I do have position against the aggressor, but there's still 2 players behind me, and my hand is not a great one to call 3 bets with, as it does get dominated by a lot of 3-bet ranges, so I just fold. Everyone else folds as well. By itself, this hand is not that interesting, a pretty straightforward preflop fold, but it's included here because it's the first hand that prompts me to pay most of my attention to this villain. For the next little while, he shows quite a bit of preflop aggression, and this sets up for the next hand. This hand, I pick up pocket jacks under the gun. I open to $10. Everyone folds to the small blind, who's the villain that has been quite aggressive preflop. He just calls. The big blind, with a relatively shorter stack, 3 bets to $40. I think I can play this spot a number of ways. I have position against both players, so I just call. The small blind now decides to 4-bet to $200. The big blind just goes all in for not much more, and the action is back on me. This is where it gets interesting. The small blind, having been aggressive preflop, is basically 4-betting to get the big blind to go all in. But this is after cold calling my initial $10 raise. So in my mind, his range is narrowed down to some kind of weak to medium pocket pair, wanting to flip against the big blind, the 3-better. I'm discounting the premiums from his range, like pocket queens, kings, aces, because there's just no way he would have not 3-bet himself, based on how he has been playing. I'm actually not sure if I'm ahead of the big blind, but I think I'm likely dominating the small blind, who is now too committed to fold. So I just go all in. I don't know if this is considered a 5-bet or 6-bet jam. Anyways, I jam. Not surprisingly, the small blind calls it off, and we go to a runout. The board is 10-8-5, deuce 3. Not bad at all for my holding. I table my hand. The small blind shows pocket 7s, and the big blind mucks. A very nice pot comes my way. I do get into a couple more spots, but nothing too interesting. After Trevor takes off, I just decide to rack up and leave as well. So here are my results for this very short session. I bought in for $600 and cashed out with $1,130. That's a profit of $530.
All right. I am getting ready to play in Greg's live stream, which is going to be very interesting and I think very fun. So you guys should definitely check it out.
Greg from Greg Goes All In has set up his very own poker stream, a $125 sit and go with a twist. During the stream, Greg is a commentator, and viewers can send in super chats to give players power-ups like redo the flop, or viewers can nerf certain players by taking away half their stack. It's a very cool idea that I was honored to be a part of the first episode, essentially to help test out the kinks. Remember to check out Greg's channel for this episode as well as others, which I believe will be a weekly thing. During my session, I managed to pick up 7 deuce, so naturally, I'm going all in pre-flop at Greg's game. Spoiler alert, I eventually bust out, but I had a lot of fun. We also went for a celebration at a nearby pub afterward. I also want to give a quick shout out to Nico, who helps out with Greg's stream. Nico is an actor who has booked some pretty prominent roles. You'll see him as the rookie priest in the horror film The Monkey. He was also in an episode of the newest season of Black Mirror, and he does amazing work. I'm a huge film fan and I love Black Mirror, so for me it's really cool to meet him through poker of all things. Remember to check out his work. And of course, remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy my videos.